Y'all used to hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it, your homies on it. Y'all used to hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it, your homies on it. Realest podcast.
Yeah, because I damn sure missed that.
Yeah, realest podcast ever. Episode 177. It's your boy C. Diddy.
I'm Matt.
Reporting live from the Drink Champ
I
Studios.
was actually about to say Matt makes me sick. I report myself.
Because you back on the gram.
Yeah.
That makes me sick again.
Definitely report myself.
Reporting live from Drink Champ Studios. We've been getting a lot of feedback on the show from the other night. About the sound quality and all of that. 90% good. I had one dissenting opinion. It's like, hey, did y'all pitch the mics and this, and do you have screens on the mic and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like going through like all the shit that I learned over the last week. And I'm like, no, these mics are pitched perfect. We literally took days to set them up, and the sound and this and the compression, and the mics are fine. Yeah. I say that to say the mics are fucking fine. But yeah, sorry for anybody that's on Patreon that heard the show the other night. We did have air purifier running in the background, kind of like muffled the sound a little bit. But today, baby, we good.
Yeah, it sounds crisp.
We extra crisp.
Sounds crisp.
We
Dan,
extra
are you
crisp.
crisp?
I'm crisp.
Dan's mic isn't on. Are you crisp?
I'm crisp now.
All right, that makes crisp now. I'm crisp now. I'm Christmas addicts. I'm crisp now.
Damn, Eagles.
It's been a weird NFL day, man. And, we kind of talked on the last show about how we don't give a shit about the NFL, but it kind of finds you on a Sunday. A lot of weird games. Cowboys lost to the Broncos today, 30-16.
You got the job?
Yeah, I'm getting cooked.
Broncos was up 19-0 on the niggas, man. It was bad. It was all the way terrible. It was like,
I probably should cut that on if I'm going to put sounds on it, huh? How about that? It's a work in progress.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
Yeah, that was the Cowboys earlier today. 30-16 loss to the worst team in football.
Yeah, it was all bad, man.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
The Eagles lost in the last second, apparently.
Really?
Field goal.
Fuck.
Adam Vinatieri in the Super Bowl shit. Yeah.
It's a weird day for the league.
All bad.
Laces up.
Yeah, right. We never do this in the beginning of the show, so being as though we're changing things around, we're going to make sure we do it today. Make sure if you're not on Patreon already, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. We are now within the last 54 or so days of the year, and we try to give away this $1,000. We're gonna give away $500 two times to two people at random once we hit and maintain 500 subscribers.
People disappeared this month, so
it was good.
It was
good. So Patreon, count your fucking days, because I don't know what happened last month. That shit was weird.
Shout out to Steph. Steph Ox. Mm-hmm. She does children's books. Don't Draw on Mommy's Wall.
She's sponsored us in the past.
Yeah, super supporter of the show. But she hit me the other day. She went through some nonsense. People are terrible. Somebody stole her wallet.
Oh, damn.
In the gym. And she was like, it was cool. She cut everything. But she was like, yeah, now she was worried about the Patreon. In the process, I'm like, don't worry about this. Right. We got other things. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be okay.
Yeah, don't worry about us. Get yourself together. And then she hit me back like, I got it together, and it was still able to, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that was dope, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That was dope.
Our top 5-10% of our supporters are literally probably some of the best fans in media.
Yeah, dog. It was like just you going through all that nonsense and having because think about how many people who don't go through that and don't got enough current common sense to be like
to say anything,
to say a damn thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just let it not go through because
let it lapse.
Ain't nothing on that card.
Hopefully they don't diss me on the Patreon.
Yeah. So shout out to her for that.
Yeah. So we no diss tracks dropping this month. Everything was
in
pretty
the face
cool.
of adversity. You know what I'm saying?
Still got the job done.
Hey, man.
Still got the freaking job done, man.
I gotta remind myself to stay in front of this goddamn mic. It's so difficult. I didn't realize how much of a mover I was.
And now you know.
Yeah, I'm a mover.
Yeah.
I'm a mover.
Yeah, these mics are they're super tuned up, pitched perfect, and they literally are sound isolating microphones. Like if we don't talk into the microphone, like if I do this Y'all don't hear shit. For the people that's on YouTube, if I do this, y'all don't hear shit. It's that sort of thing.
Yeah,
like
they'll hear you on my mic or Dan's mic.
exactly, but not on my mic. So it's a little strange. But
I'm about to David Ruffin.
yeah, we got the new lights going on. The whole studio set up. We got the fucking
lit.
soundboards. It's lit, man. And again,
what's the word?
entrepreneur.
Nobody can say
Entrepreneurship.
yeah, that
Entrepreneurship.
bullshit. I threw it at like 5 people this week. Nobody can say this shit off the cuff. True story.
Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurialship. Is it Norial?
No. Take the Norial out. Entrepreneurial is its own thing.
Okay.
And then entrepreneurship is another word.
So where did I get Norial?
Because entrepreneurial is like, I'm taking on this new entrepreneurial venture. It's its
Okay.
own word. It's its own tense.
So ship doesn't entrepreneurialize.
It's basically, entrepreneurialize is not a word.
Okay.
So we're going to delete that one out of the hard drive.
English with TRPE.
English with learning with TRPE. Take 19.
No, not Spanish with TRPE.
Yeah.
Our first language.
Yeah, we're going to just delete entrepreneurialism and all of that. That's gone. Let's take all of those out of the
Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship. Correct.
I feel like there should be something in between the nor. Like between the N and the R.
It's as good as it gets.
Yeah, it's just it's just or.
Just it. Entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Entrepreneurship. I don't like that.
Make your own word.
Entrepreneurial shit.
You can do like you can make your own word like Queen's Flip. He said he's a mediaologist.
Okay.
Not a meteorologist,
Yeah.
a mediaologist.
Yeah, I feel like entrepreneurship doesn't have enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna say mute that for me. It was muted already. I'm a jackass. All right, there we go.
There we go. But yeah, no, like it has its perks. Seeing it all come together is just like, damn, and we kind of own all this shit.
Yeah,
like it's kind of lit.
It's come together in very quickly in a short amount of time.
Very fast.
And
I in a weird way, I feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
like it's way more laid back. It's way more.
Listen, I ain't gonna bullshit y'all because this is the realest podcast ever, and we just tell it like it is. I had a record amount of anxiety this past week trying to like figure this shit out, and just the whole thing of like, doing something different, like doing the same shit we've been doing for going on 5 years, but doing it in a different way, like
right.
Self-producing, setting up a fucking studio in the crib, being able to literally take all of this shit, pack it up, and then go wherever the fuck we want, and and record, and with freedom and responsibility, there's a certain amount of like angst and like anxiety that you experience because you're growing and you don't know if like you doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. But literally 1 2-hour show in, and I can already say we made the right decision. Mm-hmm. We 100% made the right decision.
For all of y'all that don't know, we are 100% independent now.
Fully.
I feel like this should be hit. No, that's the wrong one.
Not the Hulk Hogan music.
We got a soundboard.
We still learning the
learning
sound. Yeah. See that paper right there?
No, that ain't.
I think it's the yellow one.
All right, let me try.
There we go. Claps. We have our own claps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Hulk Hogan music.
So real quick, just some stuff, some information for any aspiring podcasters out there. We kind of ran through some of this before, but. In running a podcast, all you need is the ability to record, is a concept for your show, an ability to record, and a fucking RSS feed. So for the last 2 years, we have controlled our RSS feed, right. Which a lot of times what happens is when a podcast gets with a network, they fall into the network's feed because it gives them a greater opportunity to create a audience and a following. It's muted already. An audience and a following because if there's 10 shows on the network, that means there's 10 opportunities for different groups of listeners to potentially listen to your show. Because if they're subscribed to just the feed in general, they'll get your notifications, blah, blah, blah. So it allows shows that are new to be able to open them up to a new audience and to create an audience. With us, we basically made the determination to, when we left Wildfire, to basically start from ground zero and say, hey, they control all of this shit. There's all these great numbers here, but we ain't reaping the benefits of it.
No.
We might as well just fully control this shit and then just build it up from the ground to where we control everything, we see everything, and it's real-time reporting.
Right.
So it's like, when it comes to our numbers and all of that, like when y'all see us posting like 300,000 download badges and 500K download badges, we'll be at 1 million soon. This is basically like the third or fourth shot at those numbers. Like, we've accomplished that a long time ago. But, again, we had to start over roughly 2 years ago after our hiatus and then basically making a determination we're going to go as hard as possible with this shit. And in just 2021 alone, it's reaped tremendous amount of benefits from the first live show all the way through Patreon to the next live show we got coming up. And then now we basically have we have a staff. It's us, it's Dan, it's other people that are helping us out here and there. And then we also have like a network of sponsors. Shout out to Revamped Paintball that has sponsored the show before and is also sponsoring this live show that we got coming up. And it's like relationships like that where I can just hit people on a fly and get shit done. So with that being said, if it's all coming out of our personal networks, why involve anybody else or break bread with anybody else other than the people that support us and help us the most?
Right.
Doesn't really make sense. Like, it's literally like hustling backwards. And because we talk a lot on this show about not being your own op, we didn't want to fall into that category. So it's like, let's just experience the growing pains, do what the fuck we got to do. We know we got the best fans in the world. We know we got the crazy supportive audience that's going to grow with us and going to rock with us through us trying to figure shit out. Let's just step out on faith and get this shit done and not do the new year, new me shit where we wait till January to do it. It's like, nah, this shit gotta happen now.
One thing you just made me think about. That losing weight is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, New Year's resolutions. Mm-hmm. Did you know that the gyms, like the first couple of days after the New Year, it's like ridiculously. I couldn't believe
pandemonium.
Because I'm a gym person now. So I couldn't believe that shit last year. And then as like January ends and February begins, it's like it trickles down, and once the springtime hits and the taco trucks is open, you know what I'm saying? It's like
and the taco trucks.
What they call them, outdoor Jones, food truck festivals.
Yeah. They got one coming up.
Man, ain't nobody coming up.
Yeah, they got one coming up.
The new year, new me shit is crazy. Because it's like, what about today is different than...
Yeah, there's literally no plausible reason to delay something that you actually want to get done.
No.
There's no reason. You could go through a list of 100 reasons and none of them are a good reason to not start a meeting.
Irritates me when people come up to me and be like, yeah, man, I'm going to get on that Patreon. And it would just be like, why are you telling me this? Like, just do it.
Yeah, either you are or you aren't.
Either you is or you ain't.
Yeah,
like, we don't got to go through this. More news. Do you want to tell them?
You can tell them.
All right,
I'm trying to find this news story.
Oh, okay. Well, you do that. We told the people on Patreon.
Patreon.
The VIP on Patreon.
We told the whole Patreon, actually.
Actually, yeah, we did. We told the whole Patreon. We've scheduled a live show.
Correct.
Hold on. Wrong one again.
It's actually better if you hit the wrong button first. It's better media if you hit the wrong button.
I'm going to figure this soundboard out because I got all kinds of sounds and quotes that I'm going to add to this fucking thing. I'm going to figure it out. But I told Chad for the last year and a half, I want a soundboard. You know what Chad did?
Got a soundboard.
But what was the reason this announcement?
Live show.
Oh, there you go.
What was the reason this announcement of a live show? Live show. Oh, yeah.
We've locked in a live show.
Correct.
The collabs have already happened. December 17th.
Friday,
December 17th. What is that? 1 week before Christmas? 8
Correct.
days before Christmas. We're doing a live show at a secret location. It's an art gallery.
Yes.
It's pretty fly.
It's brand new.
It's brand new.
It's been in like the newspaper and Philly Mag and all of that shit already.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Come get your selfies off.
Yeah.
There'll be 200 seats.
Hard cap.
200 seats.
Yes.
Not like last time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a real 200.
Yeah. And the last time we went over that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of those things like get your tickets early. Patreon VIP will have first access. And look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's 500 people damn near on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So if they buy them all, fast. You out of luck.
You out of luck. You had to wait till the next one.
You know.
The good news is though is that the delay in announcing the live show, because we've been conceptualizing this for a couple weeks, like hardcore, like a couple weeks. The delay in announcing it was based around the fact that like we were trying to come up with a system, like something that can work not just for this event but for events going forward, and just basically put the power into the people that are listening and supporting the show. And it's basically going to be up to y'all, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like your level of access, your level of support, how much you pay for the ticket, all of that is basically going to be left up to the audience. Yeah. Patreon VIP, because they support us year round, they literally give us twice as much money as they give Netflix every month, they're going to get the first crack at the tickets. So they get a 48-hour exclusive window for Patreon VIPs to basically be able to buy tickets to this live show at the lowest price. At half the price, at the lowest price point. After that 48-hour point, so if in the first 3 hours, all 50 of those tickets go, we open up another set of tickets, still at a discounted number, to whereas those, maybe somebody was at work, they was high from last night.
Yeah, the perk was still
the perk was still active, they was fucking a young bitch. Whatever the case may be, they lacked, all right, cool, you still can get a discount. Once those tickets go, now everything is at full price. Now, there could very well be a situation where we have roughly, I think, 390 VIP patrons. We could sell all 200 tickets tomorrow.
Right.
It could, or today rather. It's Monday. We could sell all 200 tickets in one shot, and then it's just going to be an all VIP show. That's up to the VIPs. If they lack and they don't do what they need to do in the 48-hour window that they have, then we'll open them up to the general public. Now, in addition to that, if y'all feel that strongly about missing this particular show, and it's going to be a dope ass show. We got a lot of cool shit going into the show.
It's going to be food, drinks, all included.
Yes,
real drinks,
real
like liquor,
top shelf liquor.
Yeah,
and
shout out to Ciroc
and a special guest. So with that being said, if y'all feel that strongly about it, about missing this show, we will run it back within 30 days.
Yeah, like that.
We'll pop off another live show within 30 days because we already took the time to come up with a system that works.
Now, what if we release the tickets to the VIPs, right, and they buy them all? So it's like, oh, we're going to do another show for y'all, and then we do it, and the VIPs buy all of them.
Well, the next show, it'll just be a free fall. We'll give everybody open air on the next one, and we probably switch the guests or do something different, whatever. Maybe get Kev involved. He's been a huge supporter of the show and helping to spread the word. Our growth in this show, jumping back up to kind of where we were some years ago, and him appearing on this show kind of run parallel to one another. And I want to give him the credit he deserves for literally definitely. Pounding the pavement, telling a lot of people about this show, and being available for the call of duty whenever we call him to do something, whether it be don't get people to donate money to our guy down in Texas when his child's mother and his son passed, or this phone is killing me. It's on mute. I'm confused. Whether or just telling people about the show, trying to get guests on the show, whatever the case may be. So we want to give Kevin Hart Jr. his flowers, his appreciation for being a proponent for TRPE, being a support system, and just being a friend to us also.
Right. But yeah, the tickets, like I said, it includes cocktail hour. It's going to be a party. We got a DJ.
Yes.
Strobe lights. I'm going to be pop locking players. It's going to be turned. Merchandise is included. You know what I'm saying? Custom merch for the show. It's going to be a thing. It's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be decent. And like we said on the Patreon, no AO. So
most importantly,
no AO.
No fucking AO.
You know, he's in Myanmar right now. You know, so or maybe not,
or probably not,
or just 68th and Greenway. That looks like Myanmar. Same difference. Whatever. But yeah, like we said, live show December 17th. Mark it down. When are we gonna release it? I say we do it Friday.
Do what Friday?
Release the tickets.
Releasing tickets on Monday.
But everybody gets paid Friday.
People got paid last Friday.
I don't know.
It was like the 5th of the month. You want to delay? You want to wait a week?
No. I mean, I release tickets right now. But I'm just saying, like...
Because the flyer's done. I'm looking at Rod.
The reason I don't want to release the tickets today is because people are just catching... Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just getting announced.
Well, I've had like 15 people hit me up already.
Yeah, I've had a good 8 or 9 walk up to me.
That's about sound like 70 tickets sold to me.
I mean, I'm getting fucked up. Like, you know, I want, you know, I want it done. I plan to have a good time doing this thing, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I like we see try to be for the people.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just want to, because it like get it fucked up. Like people, you know, they have other things going on. It's
well,
but
we did alert the VIPs.
We did
a week and a half in advance,
and it's supposed to be a VIP
experience.
Damn, yeah.
So you kind of.
Hey, look, man, shop right, get free turkeys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was about to say shopping right. It's called shopping bag. But all right, yeah.
Tickets on sale now.
Well, tomorrow
for VIPs.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday for everybody else.
And then Friday. For everybody else
still.
Again.
When you get paid. And most people get paid on Thursday anyway.
I get paid on Friday now, believe it or not.
Really?
I've been getting paid on Thursday all my life. But when I...
That's fucking trash as fuck.
Everyday pay now.
Every day?
We're not prostitutes.
No, McDonald's though.
Really?
Yeah, you can take your paycheck.
Oh, you can cash out?
Like Uber and all that. That's their selling point of getting you to come work there.
Oh, shit.
They only pay out.
17 a day.
Do you have to pay a 3% instant transfer fee like Venmo?
Probably 40%.
You know, in Vegas, when you get paid, they'll give you your check and chips.
What is going on here?
At certain casinos? Did you know that?
Come spend it.
That's predatory.
Yeah. But no, I got a couple people that are like, you know, I'm happy with the poker shit. So
Damn.
If you, in certain casinos, when you get paid, they'll give you your check and chips.
Take these chips, man.
Take these 8 blacks, nigga.
Damn.
Go get busy out there.
That's the most predatory shit I ever heard in my life.
Like, you dead ass gotta, like, put yourself in a black book if you work at a casino.
That's like that's the equivalent of like a pimp paying one of his hoes in sex. I know you just fucked all week. And I owe you $2,700.
It's payday, girl.
It's payday, girl. Come take these dicks. Like, that's the most predatory shit I ever heard in my whole entire life.
That's real. They'll pay you in chips.
No.
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't be doing that.
I'm telling you what they doing.
I know what they doing, but they shouldn't be.
They should have killed all the Indians. I know this.
Shouldn't have clapped them okay.
It's kind of smart though.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant. People working for free. Real shit. Like,
You gonna be here tomorrow, right?
yeah.
I have to be. I'm gonna be here every day for the rest of my life.
It's like telling them we pay him in rechargeable batteries. Just leave him on the stand and each other. Like, yeah, that's real.
Awful.
Awful, but no, that's a real thing.
Capitalism.
Capitalism, man. About to look it up.
Fuck. Yeah, that's pretty horrible, man. But I say this to say, if you're not on the VIP Patreon already, you should probably get there in the next 48 hours so you can take advantage of the discounted tickets for the live show. See how that works? See how one hand washes the other and then the other one washes the face and hopefully the ass at some point? They all work together.
Yeah, washing ass is a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Like, y'all be forgetting that, John, so much. I don't know what the hell be going on.
In the back of them ears, you Jones be winging.
What's going on out there?
Dog fight, apparently.
Crazy out there.
Apparently, we're at Michael Vick's house.
Yeah.
Shit is nuts.
But yeah, like we said, live show December 17th, man.
Yes.
It is booked. It is locked in. It's gonna be fun.
And you can only buy tickets. You can only get on the ticket portal if you got the password. Only way you get the password is if you're on Patreon VIP.
Well, for the
first 48 hours.
Yeah.
Then I'll just open the site. I don't give a fuck who buy the tickets.
So VIP, Patreon, regular Patreon,
Mm-hmm.
and then
General audience.
Yep. So yeah,
it's gonna be an interesting week.
it's gonna be fun.
And if y'all don't buy the tickets, you know what? We'll just cancel the show.
Yeah.
I'll just go on vacation.
It's unlimited overtime. Don't scare me.
I just go out of town. Be like, what live show? What live show?
Real shit. How are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling very, very good, man. I didn't do too much this weekend. We recorded the other day. I went to one of my favorite spots, Bar Poulet, for dinner on Saturday.
I actually went for like early supper.
Yeah.
Maybe like a week ago.
Yeah, Bar Poulet is fucking fire. If y'all haven't been there yet, it's fried chicken and champagne, and apparently it's the greatest shit of all time. I had no idea.
I'm telling my man Jared the other day, I'm showing him pictures. He like, oh, it don't look that good. I'm like, I'm telling you. It's gas station fried chicken without the imminent danger of a gas station.
You will not get smoked.
You will not die at this joint, hopefully. But I'm telling you, it's gas station chicken without the gas station.
Yeah, whenever I go there, there's usually well-to-do blacks in the spot. You know, a lot of brunch boots, a lot of turtlenecks. A lot of turtlenecks.
Them fucking, what they call them?
Chelsea boots. Yeah, the poors have not made it down there yet. Thank God. And it's right in their price point.
Yeah.
You would think they'd be down there tearing up a bucket of chicken.
A bucket of chicken is what, $36?
$36.
Yeah. I get that's expensive though.
That is expensive.
Not really.
But actually, I can all right. So let this be a marker in history right now. November 8th, bucket of chicken at Bar Poulet, $36. In the next 60 days, it's gonna be $58.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go up. Once niggas get onto something, yeah. They announced that there's gonna be a sugar factory opening.
Oh man, let's lead with that.
There's going to be a sugar factory opening up in Philadelphia. I'm giving it 109 days.
For being open?
Not being open, but before there's a major incident.
Oh, no. I'm giving it 46 days before the first stabbing or mass shooting.
Yeah.
I'm going 28.
Because when it comes to the news, the story is today at the sugar factory, there was an all-out brawl altercation that took place in the restaurant. According to sources, it began when one man's hookah coal. You know, how the fuck did they get a hookah? Like what?
Hookah coal dropped it.
One woman, according to one scared patron, one woman can be heard yelling, "Who the fuck is gratuity?" and "Who the fuck ordered this shit?" And then the hookah flew across at the waiter. More at 7.
Yeah. Authorities are saying more than 44 shots were. Niggas always get a drum in somewhere. Like, dog, Sugar Factory's gonna be wild.
Nah, it's gonna be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sugar Factory is just Fridays with food coloring.
Yeah.
Like they got sliders, yellow, green, blue, purple.
It's like Fridays with what's that? Liquid nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen, dry ice, and food coloring. That's all it is.
Big slutty smoking drink.
And a goblet.
Yeah. In a clear goblet. Big see-through medieval cup.
I'm in the Bahamas. The waiter that's not even my waiter talking about, oh, you got that soul, man, huh? Just make me feel extra terrible for ordering this shit at 1 in the afternoon.
Has anybody ever finised the...
Hell no. That's the beauty of it.
You can't.
It's a scam.
It's a fish
It's a
tank.
Ponzi scheme.
Did you ever see the Mike Epps stand up where the bull had one in the crowd?
No.
And then Mike Epps was like, "Look at this nigga right here." No, it wasn't Mike Epps. It was the light-skinned bull. Was with Kevin Hart, Baby Mom, Booty McClub.
Kevin Hart, Baby Mom, Booty McClub.
D-Ray Davis. Yeah, his jaw. The bull had one of them big ass. It was like, remember the pimps used to carry the big jaw?
The goblet.
He had one. He was like, "Look at this nigga over here." He was like, "Why you come outside with that big dumbass cup? Look at his lady. She embarrassed. She like, I told you not to bring that big dumbass glass." He was looking at her like, "Shut up, bitch. I gotta go get gas. What I'm gonna put it in?" Said, "We run out of gas. What I'm gonna
Cup gonna come in handy as shit.
Cup gonna come in handy as a motherfucker."
Full tank.
Say, "Shut up, bitch. We run out of gas. The fuck I'm gonna put it in?"
Let me get 38 on the goblet.
Yo, on the goblet. I seen a motherfucker at the gas station when they putting gas in a 3-liter. And the gas station worker came out and was like, "Nah, man, you tripping. That's like a fucking fine, man." Like, and he was like, "What? Why?" He was like, "You know you're not supposed to put gas in anything other than gas." You know that was like a real thing?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to put gas in nothing else
But a gas container.
But a gas container. He was putting that shit in a 3-liter bottle. I'm like, yo, where the fuck did you even get a 3-liter bottle at?
Somebody said they saw somebody at the gas station filling up a trash bag.
Oh, yeah, I can believe that.
With kerosene.
When that shit was going on down south, yeah, niggas was wilding, dog. Yeah. Motherfuckers was putting gas in their trunk. Like, yo, what the fuck is you? You get rear-ended, nigga.
Yo, I was watching 21 Jump Street the other night. These niggas on there, they having a fucking car chase on the highway. The fucking gas truck tip over. They wait for it to explode. It don't explode. The motorcycle hit the other hit the nitrogen, liquid nitrogen joint, don't explode. They shit hit the fucking chicken truck.
Yeah, right.
Boom, boom.
21 Jump Street was funny as shit. What was we talking about earlier? Oh, Tropic Thunder.
Oh my
Tropic
god! I watched Tropic Thunder recently.
Yo, that Robert Downey Jr. man, he deserved the fucking Oscar.
The fact that black people still do not understand satire
Dog.
in 2021 and are still writing think pieces on social media about his role in that movie.
Jules was like, "Do you think that he could get away with it now?" I'm like, "Fuck no."
No,
That movie came out today. Hell no. But I'm like, the premise of the movie was he's the best actor ever.
Yes.
He won 4 of what would be considered Academy Awards.
Right.
He was the greatest actor ever, and it was like any role he gets, he becomes.
He immerses himself
in the role. So when he was awarded the role of the black soldier, he went and had surgery to make his skin
pigment
black.
alteration.
When Jack Black was drinking, remember he was on the heroin and he was drinking out the pond. He was like, no, Alpha, you got a booty sweat? Yeah, get him choking on some Alpha's ass water. Oh, wait. Robert Downey Jr. was hilarious in that joke, dog. Everything out his mouth was funny as shit. Hilarious ass movie. But we went off the rails again.
Yeah,
that's what
as
we
usual.
do. Live show, December 17th.
That's facts.
That was the point.
If you're not on VIP already, get on VIP. I'm sure there's still some discounted tickets available on there, whether it be the $50 ones or the $75 ones. But again, what do you get for your ticket? You get entry to the event. You get unlimited selfies because this pop art gallery is the shit, and you can take a zillion photos. You're going to get a cocktail hour with signature TRPE drinks, top shelf alcohol. You're also going to get a special guest. And then you're going to get food as well, prepared by my guy, Chef Asim, his catering company. And merch. And pow.
And because remember the last show we had exclusive merch. It was $30 shirt. That's included in the ticket.
Correct.
Shirt, hoodies, all that bullshit. Exclusive merch at the event. And then you get the after party.
Absolutely.
At the same event. And that's when the strobe light come on and the pop block and stuff.
Definitely got to bring the strobe light.
Definitely got to bring the strobe. You know what I'm saying?
Caution, you got a strobe light. We're requests. Do you got
a request? Do you got a strobe? Have they said where the sugar factory is going to be? Or they haven't got?
I didn't get past the headline. The headline instilled enough fear in me alone to not even pursue further detail. I'm scared. I'm afraid.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
It's
going to be dangerous.
Have you been to Paladar yet?
No, I was going to go today.
Okay.
I was going to go today and get lunch, but then I just ended up going to the melt shop at the mall instead. But I'm going to go to Paladar one day this week and sit in there.
I went and got the tacos. I told Dan they were lit.
Yeah.
You go get the chicken tachos, but remove the chicken and I get steak.
Okay. So you want the chicken ingredients.
The caramelized onions, the aioli, the other shit. But take the chicken out and put steak in. And then I get extra steak because I'm a freak.
Right.
And you know.
Yeah, I went over there today, and it was too crowded.
Oh, it be jumping. Last night it was jumping, but I did it real quick on the phone and slid in like, take out. You know it ain't like the Thai place my man at. You know what I mean? Yeah. He said an hour and 10 minutes for the wait. I was like, damn, an hour and 10 minutes for takeout? That nigga straight was like, hey man, we got one cook. I was like, damn, he that swamped? He's like, well, listen, I'm the cook. I'm the cook.
I'm the cook is funny.
That's the funniest shit I heard.
He's like, all right, well, shit, can't argue with that.
That nigga answered the phone like, whatever the fuck it is, some garden. I'm like, yo, man, I saw you online, best Thai place in Villanova. I'm gonna put an order in, man, takeout. He's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, we hour and 10 minutes. And it was funny because he's black. Because he was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, like we hour and 10 minutes. I'm like, hour and 10 dog for takeout? He's like, hey, man, we got one cook. I'm like, damn, he that swamped? He's like, hey, listen, man, I'm the cook.
Yeah, I'm doing everything. I'm talking to you on a headset right now. I don't know what the fuck you want from me.
I'm doing a little everything right now, big man. Yeah, with Paladar, them tacos be fucking slamming. Yeah, they Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are A1. Okay. And I'm a Brussels sprout fanatic, so I can tell you where the best ones is. They Brussels sprouts is real fucking.
All right, cool.
Might slide there again tonight.
Free advertising for Paladar.
We've been doing free advertising. Steph Ox in the book, and Paladar.
A lot of free advertising.
Kev's party. There's a lot of free advertising everywhere. Shit, I'm going back to New York tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna figure out somewhere to eat up there.
Yeah.
Give me a place or two when I get a chance.
Yeah.
I've been to all of nothing fancy because I'm not, you know. I did buy a suit the other day.
Did you go to Julan Club yet?
No, last time I went to the Chop House.
Okay.
Brooklyn Chop
If you
House.
like contemporary, like Asian fusion, little almost Mexicans.
What's
like,
your favorite type of food? Do you
Asian
have one?
fusion. I'm Chinese.
Okay. You know what my favorite genre is? Italian.
Yeah, I that was my shit. Like growing up, my mom made a lot of pastas and spaghetti and lasagna and ziti and stuffed shells and all that shit. I've had my fill
True
for
story.
life.
True. Little known fact. I don't know how useful this is, but I can eat Chef Boyardee Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs. I can eat it straight out of the can.
Really?
Yeah.
Savage life.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty bad.
But my whole life, I was able to do it, and everybody would be shocked at the shit. And it's just like, you know how people get like Chef Boyardee and they got to warm it up and put it in the can, and people get real freaky. They get the beefaroni and then add sausages and every fucking thing else. I don't need none of that.
Yeah.
I can dead ass open up spaghetti and meatballs, Chef Boyardee, and dead ass just start eating the shit. Shit is crazy.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I love pasta.
Okay.
I love lasagnas, raviolis, all that shit.
Yeah, so like my favorite restaurants are Budokan, Nobu, Tao. I go to Tao a lot. And what else do I like? Oh, Julan Club. I go to Julan every time I go to New York.
You should try Baoli in Miami next time you go.
Okay.
We went. It's really, really good.
Is that the Thai drink?
It's Asian fusion.
Asian fusion?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it's Asian fusion, I'm there. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'm pulling up.
My thing with Asian fusion is I get in there and I don't want any fusion. You know what I mean?
You want straight Asian?
I just sesame chicken. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm scared to try things in them places.
Yeah.
You know? I remember Sanford and Son had like a classic episode where Lamont took Fred to an Asian place and he was just like being ridiculous. And it's like, I'm kind of like that too.
Got it.
You know? So. Do we have any topics?
Yeah, we got some topics. So we talked about Kanye in this interview on Drink Champs on the Patreon show. Kind of want to continue this conversation because I saw a video clip that disturbed the shit out of me tonight.
Okay.
And Kanye said, and I quote, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to get in contact with Beans, man, to give him this money. I owe him this money, and I've been trying to give it to him. And apparently Beans has found Kanye. And what happens after Beans finds Kanye? Goes straight to the club and tell everybody Kanye giving him $50 million and 5% of Yeezy. And the reason why this particularly...
Wait, what?
Yes, you didn't see that video clip.
I saw the group. I couldn't even get into the group.
Unmute that.
Unmute it? All right.
We thought it was a rumor.
We thought it was a room. Dan's like, yeah, did you hear the rumor?
I just got a phone call from a the other day.
What they say, man?
What they say? What did he say?
What he say? Let's go.
He said, see, I owe you $50 million and 5% stock in Yeezy. And I don't know if niggas know, Yeezy's there $1.7 billion. He said, niggas got a $50 million check for a world nigga. Hold on. I gotta ask a question. Is South Philly in this?
That scared the shit out of me because the only way...
You turn the AC up a little bit?
Yeah, the only way people are going to know that I got $50 million is by them never seeing me again.
Yeah, by Versace being empty.
Right. Yeah, by them never seeing me again, they're like, oh, damn, he must have got that 50. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to Noto
Yeah.
during a City Girls after party
Yeah.
and telling
why are you telling
telling
me?
Philadelphia.
There ain't 50 million worth of people. In this
If you had all you niggas, if I took all you niggas hostage and called the United States Embassy, they wouldn't give me $50 million for you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
50 million and 5% of Yeezy. And I'm just like, this is a bad idea.
Now, has Kanye confirmed this?
He has not confirmed the 50 million number.
Okay. Because why would he give him 50 million and 5% of Yeezy?
Yeah, perpetuity, I guess. I don't fucking know. I would think it would be one of the other.
In a weird way, follow me now. If Beans was clever and had some clever legal people around him, I don't know how right I am. Kev, you're gonna hit us, I know. When Kanye said in the Drink Champs interview, I've been looking for Beans to give him this money, he came up with Yeezy. He called me Yeezy. And then Nori says, yeah, Big just told me that. That kind of like...
That's confirmation of intellectual property, of creation of intellectual property.
What Mark say? Exhibit A?
That's exhibit A through F.
Yeah. Like, if Beans wanted to be on some hoe shit,
yeah,
I'd go straight to court. Yeah, I'm suing for a percentage of Yeezy.
Yeah,
to where it's like that could realistically
I'm suing for 7,000%, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Mr. Grant, 7,000% is not a legal amount for the purposes of court. Well, how much can I sue for?
Remember the boy? What's his name? He was like, the boy. He had the jokes like, people ask me all the time if LeBron played in the 70s or the 80s, do you think he'd be as dominant? And I tell him, listen, if LeBron played in the 80s, LeBron would average 168 points a game on 234% shooting. 234% shooting is fucking hilarious. Because that's how bad it would look.
He would never miss.
It would be that much of a bloodbath. But yeah, 7,000%.
Can you imagine Bob Cousy trying to take a charge on LeBron?
Not trying to be funny. I was watching the Knicks and the Bucks the other night.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers move so fast. Like, just how quick offense goes to defense and back and forth. It's unbelievable, dog. Passes, I'm talking about bullet passes get tipped and go out of bounds.
Right.
Like, motherfuckers be that fast with their hands on the shit. Like,
85% of the league is Michael Jordan athletic,
dog.
Including the big men.
Dog.
It's not right. Like it's not supposed to be this way.
Joel Embiid be out there Euro stepping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Patrick Ewing trying to defend Anthony Davis?
What? Could you imagine Patrick Ewing Euro stepping? Pat blew
bad
a layup. Pat blew a finger roll.
Pat had an 8-inch vertical. Pat knees was low key shot coming out of college. He was already wearing double knee braces coming out of college.
He was just 7 foot. That was it. You can't teach height.
Yeah.
When Jordan got drafted, they was like, "Oh, he's not gonna help the Bulls organization."
Yeah,
Walt Frazier said that shit.
I think I was 37.
This is how I know the sports analyst shit is so dumb. Walt Frazier said that shit. Walt Frazier is the Knicks play-by-play dude.
Yeah.
He sit courtside of the ring.
He's paid to do this
to
job.
do that shit. Walt Frazier dead ass was like, "Oh, Jordan's not gonna be able to help the Chicago organization. He's not 7 feet." But yeah.
So there's that analysis.
Analysis.
That's in commercial.
Right. Yeah, but damn, I didn't know 50 mil and 5% of Yeezy. The 50 mil sounds a little ridiculous. 5% of Yeezy.
If he were really smart, and this is a binding legal agreement, give me $5 million and 15%, because like you said, the company. He said the company worth 1.7. No. The company is making 1.7 a year.
The company ain't worth 6, I want to say.
It's worth like 9.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, so between, like somewhere between 6.5 and 9, and with Kanye's land holdings and all of that shit, he's worth $9 billion because he got 12,000 acres of land between fucking Wyoming and then all throughout the fucking rural western county, and then he's the number one landowner in Calabasas County in California also, with like 200 something acres or whatever just in Calabasas. So yeah, so I would shoot for, give me a little bit less on the cash, a lot less, up the percentage, because it's going to pay off in the long run.
Yeah.
But all this video confirms for me a Beans going to Noto and making this announcement that nobody asked him about, is that all niggas really want to do is shine and just shit on niggas.
Even just
and just let everybody know what the fuck they got going on.
If this is true, 50, what is it?
50 million and 5%.
If that's true, just knowing that could have some validity.
Yeah.
Hearing them niggas like, what he say, man? What he say? It's just like,
this is a bad idea. And the thing is, when the cat is out the bag, you can't put the cat back in the bag. No. And that's the problem with this. I was watching, Nori was on live with Fat Joe either today or yesterday, and they was basically talking through the whole situation. And Nori was like, yo, make no mistake about it. Like, Kanye is dead serious about paying Beans. Now, he didn't say a number, but he said Kanye is dead set on paying Beans this money because I was with him for 2 days after the Drink Champs interview. And he was literally like, no, like, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm trying to get this nigga this money. Like, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. So he said he had reached out to Beans. Beans said that he had some sort of gripe with Kanye that they needed to work through whatever first. And then they can get to the business negotiation. And then Nori said, yo, I'm going to be back in contact with Kanye, Def Jam, and Beanie Siegel on Monday to wrap up all this various business I got with everybody. And then we're going to solidify if this shit happened or not. In fact, Joe was saying he knows somebody, like a power player in the music industry, that Kanye wanted to hire to do some work for him, and he advanced him $3 million. Like, yo, your yearly salary is $3 million, and just what's your account information, and wired the nigga $3 million. So the shit that he was saying on Drink Champs about, yeah, I pay people 50-50, whatever, or sometimes I just pay him outright, he confirmed that story is true. So Kanye has got a lot of liquid money at his disposal.
For sure. Like, the CEO of Balenciaga is picking you up, you with Oprah, all these, like, yeah, the money that's not a question. My whole thing is, there have been weeks where Kanye is the richest black man on earth, damn.
Correct, yeah.
Beans is such a Philly nigga. Like, what the fuck could you possibly find out that the richest black man in America, with the hottest fucking clothing shit going on, that's independently his shit,
the number one influencer on earth,
like, what? Like, who just did all kinds of fucking stream? Like, he still's a titan when it comes to music.
Yeah.
He has the number one song in the country right now. It's like, what issue could y'all have that he's like, yo, I got to give him some money and this percentage because he came up with this brand, this name for this brand is now worth $6 to $9 billion. What in your Philly brain is like, oh no, we got some shit we got to squash first, then we can get to that.
Gotta stand on principles. Get this shit out the way.
Why you just can't rhyme up?
You know I wanted that down and out beat, pussy.
Dog, probably some shit like that. Or you get them Harlem niggas in my feet. I pray it's true.
I desperately want this to be true.
Because you know I'm a Mac fan all the way through. So it's like, yeah, I feel like Beans court a raw deal.
In a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways. The way that shit just all unfolded and unpacked. Because Beans is one of them people. I don't know if you saw Snoop the other day. Snoop was saying how he wants rap legends to be viewed and respected and cherished and treated the same way rock legends are.
Absolutely.
Where rock legends can go out and do these earth-shattering tours and they can do these live albums that wind up going number one for 90 weeks and all this crazy shit. It's like...
At age 75.
At 75. Real shit. Beans is supposed to be heralded. Yes. Especially in this area. Like in Philly, Beans is supposed to be heralded.
Yeah, for sure.
There shouldn't be no, running around with this little rapper that's shit like not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Jay and Nas don't do that. They don't. Snoop do it just because,
he a man of the people.
He gripping. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Gangbang politics.
It is what it is. But like, Jay don't be ear to the street running around with dirty this ball and dirty like I don't know. And Beans to me in a weird way should just be above all it. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's just what it is. He was that talented, that good. Even when you listen to the Drink Champ shit and it's just like Kanye's like, I was listening to What We Do Is Wrong and it's just like, yeah, like Beans was he was amazing.
He's an animal.
He was amazing in the way he could just vividly descript the harsh realities of Philly life, especially South Philly. Like that nigga should have a lot of money and just be peacefully sitting somewhere.
Yeah,
real shit. So I wouldn't mind it being 100%.
I mean, I want it to be true, but I also want Beans to stop telling people about this money until he has it and he's in a secluded location.
Yeah, I ain't even talking about from that aspect, like something happened to the nigga. I just feel like...
Because but here's the thing. Where we come from, and this is certain places, Philadelphia, Newark, New Jersey, Orange, New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey, Chester, you tell a nigga you got 50 million, they think you got 50 million in the house.
Yeah.
And they coming to find that shit.
Again, like where I think Bean should be is not at the club, at Nodo, with the after party for the young, what's they called?
City girls.
The city girls. You just shouldn't be there. You just, excuse me, you were frontline member of Rockefeller Records. You just should not be.
You're a living legend.
Yeah, you're a living legend. There's no reason to be in there with those people.
Yeah.
Because I know what those people are. They had the concert last night.
Yeah.
Apparently, they only performed for like 20-something minutes.
20 minutes, sipping some Henny. At the same time, Mike's pointed out to the crowd, and then they peaced out. And then 42 Doug apparently didn't perform at all.
No?
No, he was the headliner.
What happened?
Supposedly some curfew thing or whatever. He posted a message.
He had to be in the house?
No. City curfew for the venue, for the Met.
Oh.
And, he posted a message on his IG, which I will not read out of respect to Steph and Mir from Dope Shows. I'm not going to spread that message or that propaganda, but it was not a flattering message the way that he sent it out.
Oh, okay.
It was bad.
I didn't even know 42 Doug was on the show.
Yes, he was the headliner.
Okay.
And, so it was just, it was a weird night in Philly. There was a lot going on Saturday night in Philly.
Damn.
Yes.
Shout out to Mir. Did Mir get married?
I cannot confirm or deny. I believe he did.
Okay. I saw the pictures.
Yeah, I mean, you know, niggas be at their wedding and be like, man, what's a bar mitzvah? niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be aloof. Like, leave me alone, man. Goddamn. Let me be aloof.
Nigga, I'm becoming a man over there.
try to mind my fucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga will check you about that. Man, nigga, you telling people I'm married. Fuck wrong with you?
Me personally. I was going to congratulate him.
Again.
Views expressed on the Realist Podcast.
Some Matt shit, you know what I'm saying? Please don't come looking for me because Matt told people you got married.
Hey, man, listen, I'm going to get married. You know what I'm saying? Are we good over there?
Yeah, we good. It's just these screens and shit. They bother me. They getting on my nerves.
Well, get your mail out of there.
That's what I'm doing. That's the first thing.
Onionbooty.com sent you a re-up.
Your account is now refreshed. You can now download 87 terabytes of porn.
Enjoy this VIP pass for the next 21 days. Yo, real shit.
I don't even know how that email got open.
No.
Shit
But
different.
yeah, damn, I did not know 42 Thug. I didn't know anything about, I don't know. Like, what the fuck do I know about this shit for? And I tweeted yesterday, somebody was like complaining about it. I'm like, you went to a City Girls concert. You know what I'm saying?
So there we have that.
It's like, I hate to be that guy, but it's like, that's what you did. You get what you pay for.
You did that. That you did.
You did that. Right. So it's like, I know what I wouldn't do with my evening. And that's, that.
Yeah. One of our close friends to the show, somebody who does a lot of work for us, reached out and he said that most artists have like video board, fucking a slideshow, whatever images that they want displayed like while they perform, especially like at a 5,000 cap small arena. And he said that the City Girls, all they had was one JPEG that they wanted to put up on the screen. And he's like, he had to put a video montage together for them and shit on the spot. He's like, yeah, it was a mess. He said, but here's a picture of Young Miami's ass. So there we have that. That was worth it. Yeah, where's this picture at? Her ass is phenomenal, by the way. It's perfect in every single way.
Is it just me or does she look like young? She looks like Carisha.
Carisha is Young Miami.
It is?
Yes, nigga. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
So how many city girls is it?
2.
Ah.
This nigga thought it was a conglomerate.
I thought they had like so. It's just
JT and Carisha.
Oh, I thought it was like a gang.
No,
like the pink ladies from Greece. I thought it was a bunch of them bitches. All right.
You know who she looked like? Herself.
So why? I don't understand. Why do they call her Carisha?
That's her real name. Real name, rap name.
But the other girl's name is
JT.
So it's no other city girls.
No.
So who is Mulatto?
That's a whole nother girl. She from JD show.
Okay.
From the rap game.
Damn, I thought
she won the rap game. She won the rap game, and then she did not sign the deal with JD. She ended up signing with RCA, and she got like a crazy ass deal.
JT is the one with Uzi.
JT is Uzi's girl. Yes, she's a goth girl now. She goes with Uzi.
But she doesn't have like a double meaning. Like it's just JT.
Her real name is Jatavia.
I remember saying that on here because she was the finesse of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Carisha.
Learning with TRPE.
Yeah. So, but Young Money's baby mom.
Young Money's baby mom.
Not Young Money.
I
got the drip in the village.
Moneybag Yo.
Yeah, him.
Oh, his girl. She's not his baby mom. She's his girlfriend. Ari Fletcher.
Right.
She's Herbo's baby mom, but she's Moneybag Yo's girlfriend.
So who's Moneybag Yo's baby mom?
A bunch of random ugly chicks we do not know. He's got like 7 baby moms.
So he doesn't have a famous baby
No
mom?
no famous baby mom.
Okay.
He's with a famous baby mom.
And Little Baby is with...
His baby mom, Jada Waiter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then...
Sell hair and she's a Fenty model and all that shit.
What's the guy with the dreads, with the gold dreads? The young boy.
Young boy with the gold dreads.
Yeah, man. Drake Jones. Please do not listen to that little boy. Cause we do not.
Oh, Dirkio.
Dirk.
India.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. In India,
My aunt says my Uncle David were together for 60 years. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, it's
There's
a
a
lot.
lot going on.
yeah, India, Dirk baby mom, but he also has a couple white baby moms. Some what's that city in Philly where niggas go to get their money up?
Pittsburgh.
No. Williamsport. He got a couple Williamsport specials.
Okay.
A couple fat white joints that pick you up at the Sheetz and pick you up at the Sheetz gas station. He got a couple of them in his discography before he got to
Pick you up at the sheets.
pick you up at the Sheetz.
At the sheets. That's so fucking hilarious.
He got a couple of them in his discography before his current baby mom, who's fucking bad as shit.
Rappers really only fuck with the same 8 chicks. That shit is crazy.
Like,
remember, like you're not trying to be funny. My uncle David, and my aunt Sis were really married 65 years.
let's give it up for that. Hit the yellow button. Let's give some claps for that.
Yeah, not real shit. My Uncle Ike and my Aunt Annie, they were together for like 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember them relationships, like them black, like we talked about it the other day. Like in the black house, we were the most married, and we might have been cheating and beating and everything else, but they were married.
The saddest part about where we are, the current status of black relationships and lack of marriage and all of that shit, is that 1 in 4 number of black women are married at like a rate of 25%. 1 in 4 black women are married. That includes baby boomers. So when they die off, that number's going to hit the fucking floor. It's going to be like single digits, and it's going to be really, really bad. But unfortunately, like we talked on the Patreon, the black household was targeted and broken up, by a lot of different forces. Government forces, communal forces, drugs,
it was a lot
all of that. It was a lot of shit. It was just like, God damn, can we get a break? Like, it was a lot of shit. And the end result is where you are now, where, like I said, black women are the least married, 1 in 4, 25%. Whereas white women are the most married because they're literally taught to be wives. And even when they're focusing on their education and their career and all of that, they're still taught to be wives and be looking for a husband from a young age. from like college age on. Like a lot of times the Beckys and Samanthas and all of that are meeting their husbands in college, whereas black women not even entertaining the thought of getting married until they well into the late 20s, early 30s, degree, establishing their career and all of that. And then it's like, all right, now let's settle down and have a kid.
I will say that I've seen that a lot more in recent years, like, because, we're 35 plus now, where it's like, people are like, all right now, I'm trying to hitch this wagon or something.
Yeah.
It's a lot of marrying down going on, too.
Yeah, because, I mean, for the people that do value marriage, they've, come to the conclusion that, like, you're going to have to make certain sacrifices and you're going to have to bend on certain shit. So,
on all of it.
Yeah, you're going to have to bend on a lot of shit.
I've seen women that's just like, love will come.
Yeah.
I don't even love the motherfucker, but it's like, he bring the check here every Thursday.
Yeah, the check that he do got, it ain't much, but he bring it here.
It ain't much, but he bring it
bring it home, and that's all that matters. He ain't bringing no STD home, he ain't bringing no babies in this motherfucker.
Well, this is STDs coming. There's been a few to knock on the door.
But have you I've been, into this black manosphere and all of these different red pill channels and all that shit on YouTube, and a lot of
Whispers you be down bad?
No, not really. I be educating myself because I be wanting to understand like the dating trends and shit like that. Even though it don't apply to me, I'm in a relationship. But a lot of a new trend right now is that a lot of female matchmakers and dating coaches, these are black women with agencies built around matchmaking and dating coaches, have made the determination that they will no longer accept black women as clients for matchmaking because their standards are too high. And the men that they match them with qualify for anybody else. They would qualify. They would check every box. And for the black women that are well-to-do enough to afford a matchmaker, they're bringing them these candidates, and they're like, nope, 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 and they're churning and burning through what are considered like top 20% men.
How do you feel about matchmaking?
I mean, the whole thought process behind matchmaking is that essentially you're hiring somebody to kind of like a headhunter for a job, where you're trying to hire somebody to cut through the muck of like, find me the best jobs that are out there, as opposed to like me going on Tinder or Instagram or my homegirl hooking me up with her baby father, brother, uncle, cousin, and all of that bullshit. It's like you're basically paying somebody to already vet the candidates before you even agree to date them.
The reason that these relationships, y'all relationships, all this shit doesn't last is because it's not organic. You cannot force you can't. It has to happen.
Yeah.
That it's not like I don't know, like what's something you could force, like the civil rights movement. Like what I'm saying, like or raising up the minimum wage.
Yeah.
You can't stay alive on $3.35.
Yeah.
You gotta force this shit. But falling in love and spending life with somebody, you can't. That shit has to be organic. Which is again why, like, I keep it a buck with you, like, even down to how you can't harass a woman now.
Oh, I got a good harassment story.
Listen, I don't meet Lee unless I harassed her.
Yeah.
That's the way it worked.
Some good old-fashioned harassment used to be the key.
Harassment was like, and I'm not.
That was part of the mix.
I'm not talking about, running up on nobody and pushing them into no. But realistically, I jumped off the bus and went after her. Yeah. And it worked. But it's just like, in the grand scheme of things, a large black man got off the bus and followed me down the street. This nigga's
I could have tased this nigga.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, if it's not organic, it's just not a thing. Yeah. So it's like, even when people, I met this nigga, he turned out to be full of shit and da-da-da. Well, where'd you meet him? A Bumble. What the fuck did you expect?
Nigga bio said hot and horny, looking for something to jump on, and you like, oh yeah, let's swipe right to this.
The emojis on his bio is a dick and a face.
Who trying to get flued out?
What did you think was gonna happen, ho?
Bitch trying to get flued out for the weekend.
But like, think about it. If do you believe most people, not all, but majority of people front on social media?
Yeah, it's projection.
People project and lie on Instagram, on Facebook, on fucking Twitter, on all this shit. So if you believe that, what the fuck makes you think that a motherfucker's about to get on Tinder and tell you the truth?
Yeah.
So if you really looking for something serious, and that's why I like had these conversations before with people, you'd be like, bitch, you're not looking for nothing serious. You trying to get fucked. Yeah. And if that's the case, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know some players I'm trying to link you.
Some of them 5s, some of them 8s.
Some of them 10s. Real shit. But all I'm saying is, if you looking for something real, something that's going to be meaningful, something that's going to be everlasting, that shit has to be you cannot force that. Jay didn't force reasonable doubt.
Yeah, was this his life?
He forced Magna Carta. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He shoved that shit down everybody's collective throat. He said, how much Samsung
Turn your phone on.
How much money Samsung got? $5 million. Today?
Turn your phone on right now. Turn it on.
Yeah, I know I retired, but we gonna cut this album today, nigga.
No.
Where's Timberland fathead ass?
Giannis Antetokounmpo did not force a championship. Yeah. That shit was organic.
He wrote it out.
Juwan Howard definitely forced the championship. Gary Payton forced the championship. Think about how motherfuckers get to where they chip chasing.
Yeah.
As opposed to winning it organically. That's essentially what motherfuckers are doing in the dating world. Where they 20s, early 20s, late 20s, they chasing after Nelly and Ron Browns and whoever else was hot.
Right.
Then when they realize, like, damn, I can't get Nelly. Damn, I can't get Ron Browns. Damn, Young Guns in a relationship. I can't get none of this shit. Now it's like chip chasing.
Yeah.
That's what people are doing once they get a certain age. They chasing the ring. It's deep.
I agree. Hit that pink button for me. We'll take a trip down memory lane.
Oh my god.
So there's
I did it again.
There's a story in the media right now.
I was so not ready for that.
Whenever I was asking Taylor for some whimsical memory lane music, that's what I was talking about. So we have it now.
The soundboard is on.
So there's a story in the media right now. Jennifer Lopez, we know her as J-Lo, international superstar, singer, actress, business person, part owner of the Marlins, A-Rod's on again, off again girlfriend, Ben Affleck's on again, off again girlfriend. She got a lot going on.
Yeah, maybe every now and then be with Puffin.
on the FaceTime, on your IG Live and shit. So she is basically doing did an interview recently. I forget what the publication, but a lot of different social media YouTube pages are talking about it. And basically saying, like, back in 93, when she was filming Money Train with Wesley Snipes, he tried to, like, hit on her, and they would go out as a cast, and then, he would drop her off last, and then, he tried to fuck her and this and this, and I'm just like, yeah, bitch, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if I'm Wesley Snipes and you J-Lo, I'm trying to get up in that ass. Yeah. Now, you didn't say, oh, he pulled his meat out, like, he humped me in the set. He put his arm around my throat. Like, you're not saying none of that. But just even the inference of a man that I guess you're quote unquote not attracted to, even making any type of advance towards you is just like, how dare he? And it's like, it's this whole expose being written about the shit like years
I'll
later.
Be honest with you, if I had to go back out into like cracking on bitches,
I'm scared to death.
Ain't no way. We gotta get on Tinder.
Especially a woman with some sense. Yeah. Now these little hood rats, these little Bahamas and shit. You say whatever you want to them, they still think the shit funny. They stuck in 1997. Like you could say some real. That's how you think. How you think AO still getting pussy? You say some real inappropriate shit, and it works sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but that machine gun approach, you just gotta keep firing. As opposed to like a directive, like targeted drone strike where it's like, no, I want her, I'm going to do this, I'm going to say this, and then this going to happen, I'm going to send these flowers here, I'm going to find out where she work, and like a targeted strike versus like, I'm going to the worst bar in the city, and I'm just
the targeted strike could get you labeled as a creep. Remember back in movies back in the day?
That shit used to be romantic.
Remember a chick would meet a nigga in the movie and the next day she get flowers at work? He found out where she worked? Pull that shit down. I'm going to look and find out where bitch work at. Dog. All that shit done went out the window. So it's killed the organic nature of it.
Yeah.
To where motherfuckers gotta almost turn to matchmakers and stupid ass apps and, that Facebook got a John now
Yeah.
and motherfuckers speed dating.
What did Chris Rock say years ago? Chivalry is dead and women killed it.
Yeah.
And that was in '95 or some shit. He said that, and it's like, look where we at now. Like, you can't even make a genuine gesture toward a woman that you don't know without potentially being labeled a creep, or a stalker, or harassing her, or whatever the fuck the case is.
It get deeper than that. You'll get labeled as a weirdo if you don't do that. That's like crazy.
You damned if you do, and damned if you don't.
I had a chick in my job was like, he's rude, and I'm like, every time I see you, I say hi.
You don't give me no hug, you don't grab this ass, nigga.
But it's like, I don't act as horny as these other niggas, so it's like, oh, I'm on some more other shit, and it's just like, no, bitch, I don't want you.
Right. This ain't that.
Can you pull your bus off? I'm trying to get out of here. Like, that shit is crazy, yo. It's nuts. But I say it all the time. I watch the way motherfuckers act in my job. Way too horny. Way too horny.
Yeah, that's because niggas is stuck in the early 2000s and in the 90s, and they think that shit is appropriate. Then, like you said, the one boy got called in the office, and he was like, hey, what the fuck going on here? It's like, yeah, nigga. Somebody that I know said that a guy that they know was flirting with this chick every day. You look nice.
That was me.
Oh, yeah, it was you.
My homie told me that shit.
Yeah, and then he got
he worked in a finance. He had a finance position.
Yeah, they had 811 complaints.
It was like
811 inappropriate incidents.
500. It was a lot. It was hundreds. But basically, she had kept like documented Jones for like 6-7 months. Yeah. Like on this day he did this, on this day he said that, and it's crazy because even when he was explaining it, it was generic shit. You look nice today. They didn't even smell nice to you. It was like shit that you just kind of just taught to do to make women feel decent and whatever.
All that shit out.
She documented all that shit, and they was like, "You got 30 minutes to get your shit.
Yeah, you need a box.
You need a big box or a little box. A lot of that shit in there belongs to us.
Yeah, don't touch that stapler. Nigga.
Yeah.
The pad folio neither, nigga. That shit is genuine leather.
Don't touch that stapler. Yeah, real shit. So it's deep. We could do 9 hours.
Yeah.
We gotta get some hoes. Well,
we gotta get some hoes and some respectable ladies.
Yeah,
they ain't call your Burt friends.
Yeah.
Call your Burt friends up.
But that's a deep one because it's people that reach the point where they're willing to do anything. But at the same time, they're not willing to do anything. Yeah. But at the same time, they only fuck with niggas who do X, Y, and Z. But then at the same time, they niggas don't be having shit. So it's deep. It's going to take a long time. Yo, I was having a conversation the other day with one of my homies. Shout out to him. And he was just like, yo, you realize like the attitude from like some women where it's like, oh, my nigga gotta do this, then my nigga gotta do X, Y, Z. And I'm not even talking about like no super fly shit.
Yeah,
or
no
like
outlandish shit.
Buying constant diamond jewelry or buying fucking this, that, and the third. And then you talk to them and it's just like, oh yeah, no, so we getting ready to go down to do and do. Oh, like somebody hit me was like, yeah, I see you sitting courtside, and I'm just like, whispers. You've tweeted shit that like, you know what I'm saying? It's like above this.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And it's just you realize it's like, yeah, it's all like kind of like cap.
Yeah, people are just trying to, craft the best image that they can put together in hopes that what they present to the world comes back to them.
I'm trying to put this out so I can get that back.
Yeah. Trying to see if somebody out here picking up what I'm putting down. Real shit. And a lot of it is bullshit.
And then you go around and you meet the guy or you meet the friend, you just like, oh, you was full of shit on that.
Like you got 4 Poland Springs and an old box of baking soda in your fridge.
You see what I'm
saying? You even have food.
Dog. You go to some people's situations and you just like, God damn, like I don't even understand all the heavy hitting on that day.
Exactly.
Like that shit is nuts.
You're like, where you live? GPS the address. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
No.
You leaving the depot and putting the address and that shit say 4 minute car ride.
4 minute walk.
4 minute walk, right?
Go to the other side of the schoolyard.
Yeah.
You have reached your destination.
Yo, like it's deep. Like the I don't want to harp on it. I don't want to go to, but you really sit back sometimes and you like, this is where we at. Like y'all really are on these apps, and then to be on the app thinking you about to find a real life situation.
Right.
How?
Women ask me all the time, like chicks that I'm cool with, chicks that I'm not so cool with, whatever. They be like, yeah, like you know, because I be on social media, I be talking about like I talk to a lot of men, and from all walks of life. And the common denominator,
I got one.
In the common denominator from all of these men, the hustlers, the business owners, the lawyers, the doctors, the nurses, whatever, is that they are tired of y'all. Like, that is the one common denominator. Like, these niggas is from all different walks of life, different races. They are all tired of y'all and burnt the fuck out.
Chick I'm talking to one day, I ain't gonna tell you where she's from or what she does because it's gonna give it away, but I'm talking to her and she's telling me how she had this guy she was talking to and turned out he was on this, that, and the third turkey time and whoopty-woo and whatever. And I'm like, I mean, so how things go left? She was like, he just was like, a bullshitter, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who is he? And she was like, I mean, you might know him, whatever. And because she was like, you pretty popular. I'm like, well, who is it? And I don't know him, but she showed me his Instagram. I swear to God, bro, looking at the Instagram for 7 seconds, I'm like, you couldn't tell he was
You bamboozled yourself.
You know how niggas hold up the money phone to their ear?
Oh, God.
The money phone was packs of backwoods. And I'm like, you really needed a forensic scientist to figure this shit out? The nigga had a backwood phone, dog.
Fucking backwood phone book. This is terrible.
All them 5-pack backwoods. I was like, what the fuck?
Yes, I spent 75.
Yeah, just dropped 80 in the Wawa. I held that line the fuck. Yo.
Awful.
Yo, the backwood nigga in Wawa be so annoying. Cause she got to walk all the way to the... But you would think they just put the fucking backwoods at the front.
Yeah.
Where they rate at with the register.
Yeah. And a drop safe.
Then she come out with the regular ones. He like, no, the cookies and cream.
Let me get the honey bourbon with a twist.
Yeah, the honey bourbon's sweet and sour.
Y'all ain't got no General Toast chicken.
Annoying as shit with the backwoods and Wawa. But yeah, the nigga had a backwood phone. And I'm like, sis, come on, man.
This is exhibit A through Z right here.
A through Z.
This is all you need to know.
And back to A. Real shit.
Terrible,
man. That was a good trip down nowhere.
A good walk around the block.
Good walk around the block.
And backward. Walk around the block backwards.
Long story short, hopefully Beans gets a percentage of that day Yeezy.
Yes.
And gets some chicken, you know, to go ahead and fund his next venture. Because Beans is a legend and we fuck with Beans.
We love Beans.
I'd love to get Beans up this motherfucker. That would be fun tea as shit.
All right, so some actual news to talk about.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all heard it, but Zillow is presently trying to unload 7,000 houses after a realtor's viral video exposed their alleged market manipulation scheme. Here's the audio.
I've been a real estate agent for about 11 years now. And let's talk about the housing crisis. And let's talk about some what ifs. What if there was a company that everybody knew of to look for houses. And everybody goes on there and searches for houses when they're bored and stuff. And so that company, they just sit back and they just collect all the data. They just know what zip code is looking at what zip code and how much those people can afford. And everyone's looking at this one zip code and everybody seems to be able to afford this certain amount. And let's say that billion-dollar company uses that information to go into that zip code and start purchasing houses. Because the people that are selling their houses, even though they sell it for a little bit less sometimes than what the home could actually be worth, and they pay these high fees to this billion-dollar company, it's a convenience factor. So this company's scooping up houses less than what they actually could cost. And let's say that company, that company buys 30 homes within a 2-mile radius. And let's say the price is $300,000. So they buy all of these homes for $300,000. And then on the 31st home, they buy it for $340,000, even though they know all of the comps, because most people have to get a loan. And if you get a loan, you have to get an appraisal, which means the appraiser is going to look at what homes have sold in the area for that size and that price per square foot. So they're paying cash. They don't need an appraisal. Why would they pay $340,000 for this 31st home whenever they've only paid $300,000 for these others? Well, what that just did is create a new comp. So when they go to sell these other 30 homes, that extra $40,000 that you could say this one sold for $340,000, just made them $1.2 million off that one neighborhood because they know from their research how much people can afford in that zip code. Weird. And let's say that then they're going to come in. They bought that home at $340 that still needs work. So they're going to come in and do their good old paint, spackle, and change the carpet and call it a remodel. So now we can sell them for $360 because we know off of our data that's how much people can't afford. Wouldn't that be weird if a company did that? And then say that this company also starts letting you use their own lenders and their own title and escrow company and makes you write your contract on their contract, not the one that your state uses. Wouldn't that be a weird world to live in? My goodness, I can't imagine us living in that world. Can you?
So, Zillow Inc.
That's a lot.
Yes. In a 2-minute video, he just uncovered and literally broke down a Ponzi scheme of sorts, market manipulation.
That the Jewish, the Russians are going for 30 years.
And this is the official news from Bloomberg. Zillow Group Inc. is looking to sell about 7,000 homes as it seeks to recover from a fumble in its high-tech home flipping business. The company is seeking roughly $2.8 billion for the houses, which are being pitched to institutional lenders, according to people familiar with the matter, companies like Blackstone. Zillow will likely sell the properties to a multitude of buyers rather than packaging them in a single transaction, said the people who asked not to be named because the matter is private. The move to offload the homes comes as Zillow seeks to recover from an operational stumble that saw it buy too many houses, with now many being listed for less than what it paid. I don't know what's more terrifying, that a billion-dollar tech company can snatch up every morsel of real estate from sea to shining sea, or that a single TikTok can shut that shit down in the blink of an eye. Make no bones about it, Zillow would still be moving units largely unchecked if that first video didn't go mega viral in September. Maybe down the line, someone would have written an article about Zillow's business practices, and it would have come out in the wash several $billion later. Perhaps it was never a built to last scheme, but the first domino being a single TikTok is both hilarious and horrifying. It's hilarious because Sean Gotcher woke up one morning just pissed off enough to talk some shit, and 45 days later brought down a giant corporation to his knees. In the same vein, I find myself awestruck that all it took was one TikTok to halt the flow of billions of dollars. What you have here is collusion, market manipulation. And if there were, I literally saw on BET, they have a newer season of American Gangster called Trap Queens, and one of the women on there was doing this exact sort of thing.
Is it a show, or is it like a documentary?
It's like a documentary, but it's a series.
Okay.
But it's a different person every episode or whatever. Was doing this very same thing where she was allowed to basically buy up as many houses in the hood as she wanted. Just buying houses in the hood, flipping them, making $40,000, $60,000, whatever the case may be. The minute she started purchasing these like nicer homes in these well-to-do areas in New Jersey and shit like that, she had a fat probe opened up on her. And she was just doing she was basically like doing the purchase, rehab, flip model, whatever. But there was like some little gray area that she was operating in. And then by the time she got to the third house, she was fucking facing a federal indictment for 16 years in prison. But a company like Zillow, because of its access and its resources and its reputation and all of that shit, can just look like, oh yeah, we just bought too many cribs. And it's just like a Zillow representative was asked to comment. Nobody was speaking on the shit. Right. Because they're probably they're a publicly held company, so they actually have a responsibility, a fiduciary at least responsibility to their shareholders and shit to disclose what the fuck is going on here and how this happens. Because when you got to offload $2.8 billion in real estate, this is certain to affect the market price of the stock. You know what I'm saying? So it's shit like that where it's like under the guise of being a corporation who pay for this and lobby to this and are part of this group and affiliate with this politician and this, there's nothing. Even though this is probably criminal what they fucking did if you were really to examine all the minutia of it. But it's like, how do you prove it? And does the federal government want to take its resources to try to fight a multi-billion-dollar company? Most likely, no.
At the end of the day, it's all right because it's
all white. Yeah.
That's just the long and the short of it. Like, yeah, 2.8 billion. Like, hell yeah, y'all about to fuck up.
They just chalked it up to we just bought too many cribs. Like
we was on a roll.
we got hot. we really liked the area.
What you want from us? We got hot. Shoot or shoot, baby. Like
I said 5,000, not 7,000.
no. Crazy. Like
it's nuts. So it's like this is the type of shit that's going on here, and I wanted to bring this story to the light on the pod because we've been talking about the real estate market being reset every month from fucking March of 2021. How? Like, how does that happen? Because it's shit like this where Kev Harden, shout out to him, he's talked about like there being a lot of cash buyers in the market.
oh yeah.
Who are these cash buyers? Yeah, it's people that we know. It's this person's mom, this person's aunt, this person's dad, whatever. Because when COVID hit, a lot of people got either furloughed from their job or elected to do early retirement, whatever, got all of their pension or all of whatever 401k, 403b money that they were owed in one whop. You add that to their savings. People was out here with $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. Big fucking money. So what did they say? All right, cool. The value on my house went up. These houses didn't quite go up yet. Let me sell my house, see what I can get for it. Start looking on the market to buy another house. So if you paid $300 for your house and now it's worth $550, that's another $250 that you about to add to your $4, $5, $6, $800,000 that you already got. So now even if the market is up 8%, 10% or whatever, it don't affect you because you already got that capital gain from you coming off of all this bread happening. So when the people start to do it, then a company like Zillow's like, holy shit. Cash buyers up in the market, comps being reset, blah, blah, blah. We should do the same thing. And then that's how you get this shit that went on for all of these months. Yeah. And then somebody drops this fucking TikTok and basically drops an anchor on their fucking business and unearths what exactly it is that they're doing. And now it's like scramble mode where it's like on the Dave Chappelle skit where it's like, what about these weapons of mass destruction? Weapons of mass destruction. The motherfucker just run off the podium.
It's like the Lakers applying for pool.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And everybody was doing it. So.
Yeah, I mean, we just apply for everything. We didn't know.
We just.
I mean, technically,
I thought
we are a small business. Y'all said under 500 employees.
I thought that was food and beverage. I thought that was like a receipt. You know what I'm saying? I had to sign for it.
Yeah, I mean, Lakers executive group only has 8 employees. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, if that matters anything. But yeah, the Lakers and Roof Chris and shit like that, and it's just like, yeah, when people say the rich get richer, this is what they're talking about. It's just that now in an era of social media, in the era of transparency, like it's created where people have access to all this information to be able to just look at something and be like, this looks off. Let me do some research on this. And one guy brought down their plan that probably would have fucking netted them $3.8 billion instead of a $2.8 billion sell-off. Right. One guy. Just because people are more inquisitive than ever. People are, well, what? Wait, huh? What?
It's not even that they're inquisitive. People are more so looking for the smoking gun.
Right.
People are looking for the what doesn't make sense in this equation.
Yeah.
PEMDAS.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people are going at it like that. So, especially when you have a glaring situation where it don't even make sense on a personal level.
Yeah, shit right in your face.
So for it to be that on that level is kind of just like, wait, what? Like,
yeah, none of this adds up.
None of it, nothing at all. So
that's Zillow, ladies and gentlemen. So if y'all tracking and trying to buy houses and stuff on Zillow, stay off that junk. They are using your information literally against you to make you fucking pay for homes and basically bid against yourself because you created the comp by even being interested in the house and being on their app. So that made them go and buy the house to sell you. It's a whole crazy scenario.
Shit, man.
Once again, it's actually brilliant.
It's brilliant. Don't get it fucked up. It's brilliant. But it's just like, damn, like it further proves the point that we said, we're headed for economic destruction.
Yes.
Like we are all going to be living underground. Remember Demolition Man? Robbing Taco Bell trucks and shit? Like, we're headed for terribleness, man. Damn. Zillow wilding. Do you want to talk about COVID?
Yes, for sure.
Are you still on the fence with vaccination?
I'm not really on the fence because I told you weeks ago, it's just like once they start impeding my progress to go places and limiting my access, Stick me, baby. Like, I don't even give a shit.
Me and Chad was on the phone the other day. We talked at the end of the conversation. He just, how you feeling after the first shot? Like that came out of nowhere.
Gotta see what's going on here.
Yeah, all right, get myself together. But first shot, like I said, I just was tired.
Yeah.
That was it. I was just a little tired afterwards.
Your second shot is what, next week, right?
Next Friday.
Yeah.
So, I've updated my will. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Just,
Just in case.
might as well get those things in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A couple of addendums, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this. With the vaccination numbers going up, right?
Yeah.
To see the COVID cases going up too is like...
It's a little strange.
It's a little
What you been saying this whole time?
No,
Don't make sense.
None of it makes sense, dog. It's a little sketchy around here. You know what I mean? I just seeing that is like... Now, I will say, they've explained you can still catch COVID.
Yeah, but your chances of your mortality rate increases. You won't die from it.
Your heart might not stop.
Yeah, and
if
the
you're vaccinated.
whole premise on like getting the vaccine is like, but did you die?
But did you die?
But did you
right,
die?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I've been trying to take my iMessage off this fucking laptop for months. And
I figured out. I know how. I'll show you.
Okay, please do. It's causing harm in my life.
Yeah. But they got a pill.
They got a pill. And,
Pfizer got a pill. If nothing else, Pfizer got a pill.
It might be close to over. So this is the headline. Pfizer's novel COVID-19 oral antiviral treatment candidate reduced risk of hospitalization or death by 89% in interim analysis of phase 2 out of 3 EPIC-HR study. New York, this is from Business Wire. Pfizer announced today in its investigational novel COVID-19 oral antiviral candidate Paxlovid significantly reduced hospitalization and death based on an interim analysis of the phase 2 out of 3 EPIC-HR, which means evaluation of protease inhibition for COVID-19 in high-risk patients, randomized. Double-blind study of non-hospitalized adult patients with COVID-19 who are at high risk of progressing to severe illness. The scheduled interim analysis showed an 89% reduction in risk of COVID-19 related hospitalizations or deaths from any cause compared to placebo in patients treated within 3 days of symptom onset. 0.8%, that's 0.8% of patients who received Paxlovid were hospitalized through day 28 following randomization. 3 out of 389 hospitalized with no deaths, compared to 7% of patients who received placebo and were hospitalized or died, which is 27 out of 385 hospitalized with 7 subsequent deaths. The statistical significance of these results was high, with the P being less than 0.0001. Similar reductions in COVID-19 related hospitalization or death were observed in patients treated within 5 days of symptom onset. 1% of patients who received Paxlovid were hospitalized through day 28 following randomization, 6 out of 607 people with no deaths, compared to 6.7% of patients who received the placebo, 41 out of 612 with 10 people dying, with high statistical significance. In the overall study population through day 28, no deaths were reported in patients who received Paxlovid as compared to 10, which is 1.6% deaths in patients who received the placebo. So that's a lot of data to digest. But essentially what they're saying is we fixed this shit, or we think we fixed it.
Right.
We think we killed COVID. No deaths for the people, hundreds of people, like on multiple tests, and it's on an extended period of time. You're doing 28-day cycling of these tests. No deaths reported for people that took this drug compared to about a 1.6% mortality rate for people that didn't take it.
Right.
Can't hear me? Oh, so a 1.6% death rate for people that didn't take the drug. So you got the control group and the placebo group. Control group, we giving them all Paxlovid, nobody dies. And people actually started to immediately get better and not have any progression in their COVID symptoms. And these are high-risk patients that are thought that, like, a good amount of these motherfuckers going to die.
Right.
So they're using the right control group to begin with, and then it's like, all right, well, we're gonna compare this to people that are getting a placebo and see what happens. People that got the placebo died at a rate of about 1.6% out of the overall group, which is roughly around the national average, like 1.5 to 3% death rate or something like that in COVID as it currently stands, including high-risk patients and all of that shit. High-risk patients, regular people with strong immune systems, stuff like that. But it would seem that they are on phase 2 out of 3. They released these findings to the public. That would mean that there's one more phase left. And I would imagine that Pfizer believes they basically like killed the like morbidness of COVID. Like, you still gonna catch COVID. You still gonna have to treat it, whatever, go through the motions, but we can, if you take this, we can almost guarantee with certainty you won't die.
Right.
Which is a huge
step.
leap forward compared to the vaccine is like, hey, man.
Hey, don't hold us to it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we still figuring this shit out.
You just trying to go to Great Adventure.
You said you needed a car, nigga.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck you were. So, it's an interesting development, considering that we're probably only 7 or 8 months post like a huge movement and people getting vaccinated and shit like that. Like approximately, I think as of September, like 66% of the population was vaccinated. It's probably gone up since then.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And probably in around March, April, May, there was huge movement because people just were like, absolutely not. Like people were refusing to take the vaccination.
Yo, people left real life jobs they had for like 20 years behind that shit.
Yeah.
Look at Kyrie. Did you see the ballot though?
No.
Kyrie's name is going to be listed on the All-Star game ballot. So they was like, in a weird way, his only game he could play this year could be the
All-Star game.
And then one of them people on Twitter, them, anti-vax, he quoted, it was like, we got one job, America.
He's going to start probably.
Like, yo, could you imagine Kyrie get voted into the All-Star game behind this nonsense?
That'd be great.
It would be hilarious to see.
What I didn't particularly like about the most recent development in the Kyrie shit, there was a rally outside of the Barclays, and somebody made the false equivalency of trying to say like, oh, well, Kyrie took off work because he was so disgusted about what happened at the Capitol January 6th, and then these are the same people out there protesting for him, and I'm just like, no, it ain't. Like, like these are heavily black, 90% plus black faces out there basically saying, no, we support Kyrie and blah, blah, blah. And they tried to make them out to be the same people that stormed the Capitol.
Somebody the other day was like, yo, the year's been fast as shit. It's November already. I'm like, no, this year's been very long. He's like, nah. I'm like, bro, they stormed the Capitol this year. That shit felt like it was 5 years ago.
There's a documentary out about that.
Them white people used fences. They climbed up fences, even though there are steps.
Brett Favre was in the Capitol taking pictures, and Nancy Pelosi off.
It was a nigga in the Capitol with a Viking helmet on and a fucking bearskin.
Fucking Leif Erikson.
They was tweaking. To this day, I don't understand that whole thing. How they got in there. Why they was it? The motherfuckers was just in there.
Literally, just in there.
Remember the ball? Oh, yeah, we been in, ain't nothing going on. We been in, ain't nothing going on. They was just going in and out of rooms, just looking to see what the fuck was going on.
The handful of black people that were there for the overall protest were at least smart enough to know, don't take your ass in that Capitol.
Certain shit, right.
Don't take your ass in that building.
There was one black guy.
The one boy.
There was one boy.
And they got him immediately.
Everybody else was outside tailgating, barbecuing.
Yeah.
What's some of these ribs?
Everybody got built.
They really stormed the fucking Capitol.
This is a crazy fucking year.
But yeah, Kyrie, they could definitely vote him in for the All-Star game.
He got my vote.
I'm voting for him. I'm going to do it. You got one job? You got one job.
You notice how you haven't heard or seen anything from like Brad Beal or Michael Porter Jr. or any of the other 7-8 unvaxxed players in the league? They don't even talk to them about it. It's not a thing.
Even the Aaron Rodgers shit, man. Me and Jules was talking about this shit earlier. Like, could you imagine if Cam Newton would have did that shit? Like, lied about the back shit?
Yeah, I mean, honest.
Could you imagine if Lamar did that shit?
Yeah.
We're calling Joe Flacco back.
Trent Dilfer. How much do you got left for the tank?
Shit. Real talk. They would have went and got somebody instead of his black ass.
Yeah, league MVP, my ass.
No, real shit. It's fucked up.
Yeah, the country is. There's just. I hope this COVID, this Paxlovid from Pfizer is what they say it is, and that it works, so people can just shut the fuck up about all this COVID shit and all this back and forth, and they can stop politicizing a public health crisis. Like it's literally to where it's like, oh, you're a conservative if you don't believe in getting vaccinated. And it's like, no, maybe not, but like. Just to pigeonhole people in that manner, just for the simple fact that they, may or do or don't want to get vaccinated, just like, y'all are dickheads.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Who plays basketball first this season? Kyrie Irving or Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons, not for the Sixers.
I like that answer. I actually think Ben doesn't play this year.
That would be crazy.
I don't think he plays.
They're back to finding him.
Yeah.
$360K he got fined for the game Friday or whatever because they said he's basically incommunicado again. Like
it's crazy to think Ben is making $300,000
a game.
A game.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're finding him for everything. Team activities, games missed, all of that shit. Like he's probably already racked up like $2.5 million in fines and shit.
Ain't they holding the 8?
I don't know if his play was to come back. Hey, I'm here and shit. Release the 8 or what's left of the 8. Like I don't know, but it's a bad drum, man.
Sixers still what 8-2?
Mm-hmm. They got the number 1 record in the East right now.
Yeah, they're rolling.
Like the thing is that the young boys took a step forward, and they were talking about this on NBA Countdown or whatever the fuck show. They had Stephen A, Michael Wilbon, Jalen Rose, and somebody else on there the other night. And they were just basically like, what do they do? Like, and the whole thing is just like Stephen A now has made an about face where he's like, the Sixers got to trade him today, like immediately. Like your team is playing too well to just say we just are resigned to just he gonna play for us or he not gonna play this year. Like it's dumb because if you could add a CJ McCollum, who right now looks like the best player on the Blazers, if you could add a CJ McCollum or maybe some other unknown asset that's out there that could help what you already have going on, why not do that rather than just send him to the gulag and get nothing from him?
I'm telling you this. If Ben Simmons does get traded, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever team he gets traded to, I don't give a fuck if he gets traded to the Los Angeles Sparks, all right? I am immediately buying those courtside tickets for when that team comes to Philadelphia.
Oh, you have to.
Just to be.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie.
Just to be just to have the possibility of being there the game when he comes back. That would be absolutely nuts. I personally think Ben doesn't play, and I think Kyrie comes back after the All-Star break.
That would be interesting.
Although did you see the mayor was like, yeah, we're not bending this shit. He got to holler at the nuts.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But I feel Kyrie. Kyrie never lied. He never did no Aaron Rodgers shit. Kyrie literally was just like, yo, this is what it is.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is, and it was not was.
It is what it is, and it was what it was. Like, they told me one thing. I'm sticking to that.
I believe what they told me.
Until we figure this shit out.
Yeah.
We going to figure this shit out.
And allegedly, he's still supposed to make $17 million this year.
Still good. That's what Stephen A. talking that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he's going to be run out of money. Like, shut the fuck up, Stephen. Like,
yeah, Stephen A. be bugging.
You got anything else?
I got nothing else, man. Again, live show tickets on sale now if you're on the VIP Patreon. If not, then they'll be on sale for everybody on Wednesday.
I guess we're going to do a credit Patreon because we haven't done one. We're going to do a strictly credit Patreon.
Strictly credit.
Wednesday, Thursday?
Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, one of them days.
Listen, I'm
available.
I'm around. You know what I'm saying? So I got nothing else.
Yeah, I got nothing else, man. Make sure you go to officialtrp.com. Check out all the back catalog. We're going to have some video clips dropping this week on social media and on YouTube. Make sure you go to the website, get you some merch. It's been sales on and off on TeePublic for the last few weeks. Shout out to TeePublic. They've been a great partner once they finally stopped deactivating our accounts. If you're not on Patreon, get on the Patreon VIP. You get early access to the tickets. Patreon.com/officialtrpe. Other than that, I got nothing. Thank y'all for rolling with us. Hope y'all like the new setup, the new studio, the new look of the video. We got these lights, we got these mics, we got these soundboards, all this shit, trying to make sure we bring y'all the best product that we can in the most efficient way possible. And as we said on Patreon the other day, the goal ultimately is going to be to bring y'all 4 shows a week. That's 2 regular shows, 2 Patreons. We are gearing up to get towards that before year's end, and we are committed to doing so. So again, thank y'all for rocking with the realest podcast ever. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we out.